Well, a busy week on Capitol Hill. The race is on to pass 6 spending bills by Friday to avoid a partial government shutdown. Meanwhile, Senate Republicans are already jockeying for leadership roles inside the party after Mitch McConnell announced his plans to step down as the Senate's top Republican come November. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales joins us now with the very latest. Erik.
Well, good evening, Tracy. For the second time in as many weeks, lawmakers are scrambling to avoid another partial government shutdown, the threat of it. After months of averting shutdowns with 11th hour short-term funding gaps over the weekend, negotiators have finally reached a critical compromise.
A shutdown is a loser for the American people.
Top lawmakers working to pass 6 bipartisan appropriation bills rolled into one. The package will fund the military and veteran affairs, transportation, energy, housing, and the WIC program, providing needy families with assistance. House Speaker Mike Johnson celebrated the cuts to agencies like the FBI and EPA.
This is a bipartisan agreement in the end, but it sticks to the numbers, the agreement on spending. It does not go above that. It will increase a bit defense spending, but there will be real cuts to non-defense discretionary spending.
Conservative House Republicans and even Democratic leadership are skeptical a deal can be reached in time.
The second group of bills could be, difficult and problematic, especially as Republicans in the House continue to insist on policy riders that erode women's reproductive freedom.
Meanwhile, the race is on to replace leader Mitch McConnell, who says he's stepping down in November.
As we look at a new generation of consistent, principled, conservative leadership in the United States Senate that empowers our Senate Republicans, that puts a check and balance against the Schumer, what has been a very liberal Schumer-Biden agenda, I'm prepared to lead that effort.
Besides Thune, Senator John Cornyn of Texas announced his intentions in a statement, quote, "I am asking my Republican colleagues to give me the opportunity to succeed Leader McConnell. I built a track record of listening to colleagues and seeking consensus while leading the fight to stop bad policies. But others want a clean slate." Is it time for new leadership?
I thought so at the start of this Congress. Okay? So my answer to that is an obvious yes.
Wyoming Senator John Barrasso was also thinking of throwing his hat into the ring as leader, but he ended up deciding that he wants to go for the whip position currently held by Senator Thune. Now back to the funding of the government. Talks continue on the second group of funding bills. Those include money for defense, health and human services, intelligence, and much more. Lawmakers have until March 22nd to pass that deal and keep the government funded for the rest of the fiscal year. Tracy?
Well, Erik, switching gears here, some big news regarding Arizona Senator Kyrsten Sinema announcing today that she is not seeking re-election. Did this come as a surprise?
No, not really up here to a lot of people up on Capitol Hill. We kind of suspected this. The independent senator had made a video on social media platform known as X saying that she is leaving the Senate only after one term. She says America remains very divided and compromise is not always a solution up here on Capitol Hill, and it was time for her to move on.
It's all or nothing. The outcome, less important than beating the other guy. The only political victories that matter these days are symbolic. Attacking your opponents on cable news or social media. Compromise is a dirty word.
Well, although she was an independent, she worked very closely with the Democratic Party, and you may recall that she was even part of the group that worked for months on the immigration reform when Senators Republican James Lankford and even Democrat Chris Murphy, they worked out a deal, but it was later thrown out after House conservatives, including Speaker Johnson, rejected it. Now, looking into 2024, the future, this race between now Republican candidate Kari Lake and also the leading Democrat in the race, Congressman Ruben Gallego, it's going to be much more important to watch for control of the U.S. Senate come 2024. Tracy?
Okay, thank you so much, Erik.